A dad made social media headlines this week when he told everyone, yep, my son likes to wear dresses, and that is just fine by me. 23,000 people shared his story on Facebook, and now he's sharing it with us. Seth Menachem joins me now. Thanks for being with us, Seth. Good to have you.
Thanks for having me, Lynn.
You know, I understand you wrote this post on Huffington Post, and you really were trying to influence your 4-year-old daughter to wear shorts every now and again, but she likes dresses, her choice. A little harder for you to let your 2-year-old Asher make his own choices. So why is that? What struck you about this?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it was difficult for me. I think it was difficult for everyone else who saw him out in dresses. And there was a part of me that felt uncomfortable with it, mainly because I thought that people assumed that I had some kind of agenda sticking my kid in a dress rather than the truth, which was he enjoyed wearing dresses, he thought they were fun. And as I say in the article, there was a point where I was headed to a party and I tried to force him to wear shorts because I felt so uncomfortable with the reaction that would happen at the party, and realized that while he was crying, he was screaming, that I was making a big deal over something that I didn't even care about. So I decided in that moment to allow him to wear dresses.
So what's the reaction been from people online? Because there are two arguments here. It's sort of like he's a kid, let him do what he wants, and then there's the argument of this could cause him to have a lot of trouble in school. He could be teased, and it could be something that really ultimately he struggles with.
Absolutely. I mean, I've heard both sides of the argument and more, because of all the comments and all of the reaction I've gotten from the articles. But my feeling is that, first of all, he's 2 years old. It means absolutely nothing except a 2-year-old enjoying himself, having a good time, and putting on clothes that he thinks are fun. My feeling was that if he were a cross-dresser, or if he were gay, or if he were experimenting in some way, or felt transgender, that I in no way wanted to be the type of parent who was not allowing him to express himself. I don't think that's the reality. I think the reality is he's a boy who feels very much like a boy who enjoys wearing dresses. And so either way, I really don't care what the reaction is. I don't really care that people are bothered by it, and I also don't think at this point that he's going to have much of a problem in school. And if when he's older he shows up in school wearing dresses, I'll help them deal with it if kids have a problem with it.
Yeah, so is this something that you plan on sort of letting him decide as he gets older, as he goes to school? 2 years old, it's a little different than when he's like, 8, 9, 10.
Correct. Absolutely. I mean, right now he's 2 years old and he's in preschool. And I still say to him, he'll put on a dress, and I'll say in the morning, just so you know, other boys don't generally wear dresses. He says, okay, he puts on the dress, he shows up at school, and kids love him. They run over to him, they hug him, the teachers all think he's great. So right now, obviously, it's not an issue. That it may be when he's 8, 9, as you said, and he's older and he shows up in school wearing dresses. He doesn't only wear dresses. Yesterday he wore a dress to school, and then at night we went out and he picked out a button down because he said he wanted to look like his dad.